Hey, sis, girl. I'm glad you're here. Listen, I heard, and wait, wait, don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me, because I'm not gossiping. I'm just telling you what I heard. And I heard that you're a goal-oriented woman and you have dreams and desires and you understand the importance of prioritizing, planning, and purpose. Girl, I heard all about your awesomeness. And I heard there was just one problem. And that problem is people don't take you seriously. And because of that, you feel unsupported, unseen, and unheard, especially when you're sharing your goals and your dreams. You don't have anyone to talk to. No one that you can talk to matches the energy that you give away to other people. And when people respond, which they hardly do, they say things like, "How are you going to do that?" Oh, yeah, right. That'll be the day. Like they just don't get it. They don't get you. They don't believe in you and the hope and possibility that's inside of you. And perhaps you wish, you're thinking, if only you had a friend or a family who truly got you, you would be so much more inspired and life would be more fulfilling. If only. Okay, so do this for me. Imagine waking up to a life where your voice is heard, your efforts are recognized, and you're surrounded by people who truly appreciate and value you. Just picture that for a moment. Picture starting each day knowing that your goals matter and that you have a community to support you and uplift you. So, what if this were your reality? And what if you could finally feel valued and appreciated in every area of your life? Well, girl, don't go nowhere because I got you. And we want you to know we appreciate you being here. And we got some words of inspiration that's going to cause some transformation in your situation, starting with how you feel about yourself. So don't go nowhere. We're coming right back at you and for you to lift you higher, to remind you that you don't have to live where you're dying and you don't have to die where you're living. Welcome to Time to Win podcast, where healing and growth collide with purpose, and you get to heal, grow, and prosper. I'm your host, RJ Jackson. Join me as we take a graceful 90-degree turn from stress and struggling to purpose and prosperity. As a professional impact speaker and mindset coach, I'm here to show you the way out of secretly suffering in silence and help you get back on the path of prosperity. Because I firmly believe that you were born to prosper. So if you're ready, let's make that shift. It's time to win, my friend. So let's go fight win. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I absolutely love that you're not just a goal-oriented woman, but you're a woman of your word. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for staying here. And welcome back to Time to Win podcast. If this is your first time, I want to say welcome. We're honored that you're here. We got something in store for you today, boo. We're going to help you know that you are appreciated and valued. And if you've joined us before and you're coming back for more, muchas gracias. Thank you, Donka. We appreciate each of you and the time that you spend with us. And I just want you to know that you are the most valuable part of Time to Win podcast. I'm RJ Jackson, your mindset coach and speaker for your next event. And I'm here to help you break free from the cycle of overthinking and start overflowing in purpose. I'm here to show you how to live inspired and fulfilled. I am created, chosen, and called to be a breath of fresh air in your polluted world and to give you a glimpse of good living and the living God. And girl, I have answered the call. So we're going to get into it today, and we're going to talk about this painful situation that we got going on of feeling unappreciated and undervalued, and how it affects every aspect of your life and keeps you from being inspired and fulfilled. Honestly, many women struggle with this constant feeling that they're not valued or appreciated, whether that's at work, in their relationships, and even in their own families. We're putting in all this effort to give our best and be our best and support other people, and yet we live with this constant nagging feeling that no one notices or cares about how we feel and what we're going through and what our dreams are in life. It seems like we live surrounded by what about me? What about me? What about me? From every direction, from people in our circle. And no one is stopping to say, how can I support you? How can I encourage you? Well, here's the truth. No one deserves to live in a world where their contributions are ignored. Whether it's in their home or in their family, on their jobs, in their community, no one deserves to be ignored or feel like they're being ignored, especially having their value overlooked. Girl, you deserve to be seen, heard, and appreciated for the amazing woman that you are. So, how do you move from feeling undervalued to being celebrated for who you are and what you do? Mostly for who you are. Well, I've been there. Feeling like my hard work, my dedication, my commitment to my family, just nobody cared. Like, as if I was supposed to do it, like I owed someone something. Not a good feeling. Matter of fact, it's a lonely and frustrating place to be. And here's what I learned from the experience. I learned that there are ways to not only reclaim your sense of worth, but also to ensure that others recognize and appreciate it as well. Okay, I hear you whispering like, yeah, RJ, how we going to shift people's mindset? How we going to have them know how to feel? Well, that's a great question. So let's jump into it, because for years, I have been coaching women just like you, and I've developed an unconventional yet powerful strategies to help you feel valued and appreciated starting today. And here's the key. Here's how we help other people do the same for us, because people will only treat us the way we treat ourselves. People will treat us the way we command, not demand, command to be treated. So let me share with you, like I always do, 3 boss moves. Yes, they're going to be new. 3 new boss moves to jumpstart the life you desire and deserve, so that you can feel and be appreciated and valued. So the first one I want to share with you is how important it is to create your own recognition ritual. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let me ask you a question. Who says you got to wait for someone else to recognize your worth? Like, we sit around all day waiting for somebody else to do something for us. But don't we do stuff for other people? Well, yeah. Well, okay. How come we can't do the same for ourselves? So, what I want you to do starting today is start celebrating you. So, how do you do it? It's very simple. It doesn't even cost you anything but a few moments of your time. At the end of each day, take a moment to acknowledge what you've accomplished. If you write in your journal your things to do list, get you a yellow highlighter, and everything you accomplish something, highlight it in yellow. And then when you go back and you look at that and you go, wow, look at all I've done. Versus you look at the page and go, woo, I got to do all this. Because it seems like you haven't accomplished anything. But when you highlight it in yellow, you see all that yellow, all that yellow on the page. I would say red, but girl, you can't see through the red. So use your yellow highlighter. And when you see all that yellow at the end of the day of what you've accomplished, you will know you've done something. Because 9 times out of 10, we have done something, but we don't give ourselves credit because we always feel we haven't done enough. And if we feel we haven't done enough, What do you think other people around us are going to say? It's important, and celebrate your own accomplishments. I hear you whispering. No, it's not being boastful. It's reinforcing your value. And it's so important for you to reinforce your value because this sets the tone for how you want other people to treat you. So don't look at it as being braggish. You're not bragging or boasting to anyone else. You're just reminding yourself of the greatness inside of you. You're just telling yourself, you did that, girl. You accomplished that. You bad to the bone. You go ahead with your bad self. And if you don't do that for yourself, believe me when I tell you, nobody else is going to do it either. So you have to be the example. How you treat yourself is the example of how you desire to be treated. So create your own recognition ritual and girl, get to celebrating. Like Cool in the Game, celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Yahoo! Yes, girl. I know I haven't sang for you in a long time. You're welcome. But celebrate you. That's number one. And it has to be number one as a priority for you. Celebrate you. All right, you ready? We're going to dive into number two. Let's go. Now, this one is a game changer, like a real game changer. This one you might want to write down. You might want to write it like standards. Remember, we were in school, and if we did something wrong, we had to write standards. I will not do this. I will not do that 100 times. Okay, truth be told, standards don't work. Affirmations do, and they are somewhat like standards, but you're writing it in the positive and you're saying what you're going to do and the end result that you want. So write this down as an affirmation. Here it is. First, let me give it to you as a boss move, and then I want you to create an affirmation out of it. And I'll even help you do that. Okay, here's the boss move number two. That's going to redefine the way things are going for you. Set clear boundaries and expectations. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Set clear boundaries and expectations. So how do we turn that into an affirmation? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I have clear boundaries and expectations. And when you have clear boundaries and expectations, then people know what to expect and they know when to stop. They know when to back it up. They know what to say and not say. And sometimes the reason we feel undervalued is because we haven't clearly communicated our expectations. We haven't set those boundaries because when we set boundaries and we make our needs known, people know. Whether it's at work, in your personal life, or in your community, don't be afraid to articulate what you need to feel valued and appreciated. Let me give you an example. If you're always expected to stay late for work, but you don't get any recognition, it's time to have a conversation with your supervisor. And it's time to set some reasonable expectations. If not, you're going to be constantly called on. And then you're going to constantly be late to show up for your family and constantly frustrated because you haven't shared clearly what your boundary is. By saying something like, I must be home by this time. I must stop working by this time so I can transition to do whatever you got to do. And let me help you. I'll just give you an example, but you don't owe anyone an explanation of why you have a boundary. It is what it is, and it is to be respected. But in order for people to respect your boundary and your expectation, you must have them. If not, you know what they say. And I don't know who they are, but it's true. People will run all over you. So if you're in a position right now, you're feeling like people are running over you, they don't appreciate you, you feel undervalued, check your boundaries and see if you are allowing people to be out of bounds in your life. I told you this one was a game changer. and to write it down. I have boundaries. I have boundaries and expectations. You will not cross my boundaries nor my expectations. You write it down. Speak it out loud. Boss move number 2. Like I said, it will change everything for you. Set clear boundaries and expectations. There you go. Now you know. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. But first, let me give you boss move number 3 to help you realize you deserve to be valued and appreciated. And here's how to set people up so that they can value you and appreciate you and show you, because action speaks louder than words. Am I right about it? Am I right about it, my sister? All right. Number 3, shift, turn around, do it differently, find a new tribe. Point blank. Boss move number 3 is shift your circle of influence. Find another tribe to hang out with. It's time to, as Graham Cook would say, have another look. Evaluate the people you're surrounding yourself. Look and see what they're doing and ask yourself, are they lifting me up, or are they really contributing to me feeling like I'm not good enough? Because if the people you're hanging out with, hanging around, associate with, your inner circle, if they're not lifting you up, encouraging you, holding you up to your greatness by holding you accountable, if they're not adding to your life to make you a better person, and vice versa, because you need to be doing the same thing for them. And let me tell you, I'm not one who typically tells people what you need to be doing, but it's true. It's important for you to be reciprocating the value that they are giving you. It's important for you to be giving people value as well. And if you are in that circle and it's not complete by you all lifting each other up, sharing with one another, caring for one another, holding each other accountable, it's time to shift your circle of influence. It's time to look for relationships with people who are genuinely appreciative and supportive of you, and you can be supportive of them too. Now, this might mean spending less time with certain individuals and more time cultivating connections with those who see your value. People who will call your name and share your name with other people when you're not even in the room. Those people. And you can find those people when you get out of your comfort zone and you go out and you join communities and groups and organizations where your contributions are recognized, like professional networking groups, hobbies, and online mastermind groups, and even the 90-day Boss Move Bliss, because that's what we do. We surround you with other women who get underneath you and lift you up and hold you accountable to your greatness. And the way we see holding you accountable to your greatness is not calling you out on your stuff, because we all have stuff, but it's holding you up to who you were created to be, the greatness inside of you. When we see you dragging, lagging, and not living up to your full potential, we get underneath you, we support you, we give you resources that will encourage you and inspire you to take massive action. Why? Because we only hang around people that we want them to know we believe in you, we appreciate being a part of you, and we're going to do this journey together. We understand it's we, not me, and we are going to help you shine, my sister. Whether it's with Boss Moves Bliss or it's with another group. The key is to surround yourself with people who celebrate your success and encourage your growth. So there you have it. 3 easy peasy lemon squeezy boss moves to jumpstart the life you deserve. Number 1, create your own recognition rituals. Number 2, set clear boundaries and expectations. And number 3, we got to make some boss moves and shift your inner circle of influence. Which one resonates with you the most, my friend? Well, whichever one resonates with you, I want to encourage you to take inspired action. Pick one and let's go be about it. Let's start today making a commitment. Here's what we're going to do from this day forward. Taking one step, one boss move at a time, we're going to cultivate this boss move strategy to help us feel valued and appreciated. And not only help us, but help other people value and appreciate us. Because remember, you're not just setting yourself up for success, you're setting up those around you to succeed and to recognize your value and your worth, which is priceless. By the way, it is priceless. Remember this. You have the power to create an environment where you are valued and appreciated. And it starts with recognizing your own worth and setting the tone for how others treat you. I love the way Robert II sums it up. He says, respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. Girl, put on your red high heels and get to stepping. I'm just keeping it real. That's what we do here. So I want to say thank you so much for joining us here at the table in the locker room of life on Time to Win. And as we recap and we remind you how important it is to create your own recognition rituals and set clear boundaries and expectations, don't forget, it's time to shift your circle of influence if they're not lifting you up and helping you grow. These are the moves that will help you go from feeling undervalued to living life where you feel truly appreciated for who you are and what you bring to the table. It's time to reset your mindset, reclaim your joy, and go from being drained to driven so that you can walk in your purpose and live the life you desire, you deserve, and you love. I want to invite you to stay connected. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the podcast and continue to journey with us here on Time to Win podcast. If you're ready to take life to the next level, then join us for the 90-day Boss Move Bliss. We are currently taking applications for our next session, and together we'll go from being drained to driven. And I can't wait to see the incredible impact you'll make. I'm not tired. My time has expired for today, and I'm going to let you go. But just before I do, I really want you to know how much we appreciate you being here. And I also want you to know that today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the real Bernice Taylor of Bernice Taylor Fitness. Check out the real Bernice Taylor at bernicetaylorfitness.com. That's bernicetaylorfitness.com. Oh, and one more thing, my friend. In case no one's told you today, let me, RJ Jackson, your mindset coach and speaker for your next event, be the first one to say that you are somebody special. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You're the head and not the tail, the lender and not the borrower. You are more than a conqueror. And girl, we appreciate you journeying with us. We respect your value. You are priceless. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.